me tell you about a friend. It's Craig LeBlanc where the good times never end. Talking Parks and Rec, it's a show you gotta know. Welcome one and all to the Daily Parks and Rec Show. It's the Daily Parks and Rec Show.
Because some things that I'm not going to think of, other people do, and they love it. Like, it's everybody supporting everybody, and you don't get that everywhere. I'm a big, like, girl power, women supporting women. They know this because the athletic field is very hard for women. So it's fun when you're able to find these connections and help you, and they stand by you. It's just great for people to meet people and take it in, ask questions. So it's great.
Welcome back to the Daily Parks and Rec Show from the 2025 GRPA Conference. Joining us are two incredible leaders, former GRPA President TJ Imberger and longtime member and conference co-chair Danielle Schofill. With over 3 decades of combined experience, they share what makes GRPA feel less like an organization and more like a family. From tips for first-time attendees to the deeper purpose behind parks and recreation, this episode is filled with heart, passion, and the power of community. Let's dive in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Parks and Rec Show. Today, I have Danielle and TJ. Hi, guys.
Hello.
We're at the GRPA conference here at Jekyll Island. So, TJ, I heard you were a past president?
That's correct. I served as president in 2023.
Wow, that's amazing. You want to elaborate more? How did you get into it?
I've been, this is my 33rd year in GRPA, and been through committee chairs, district chair a couple times, lots, serving on every committee that we've had except for one over the years. And I was honored that the membership voted me into the executive committee for president in 23.
Yeah, that's amazing. So what do you do now?
So currently I am the co-chair of this year's conference here in Jekyll Island. I'm serving with Danielle as the co-chair, and also serve as chair-elect for the Leisure Careers Foundation. And, I think that's all I got this year.
Awesome. I think that's great what you're offering. And Danielle, would you like to speak a little bit more about your co-chair role and how long you've been in with the GRPA committee?
Yeah, so I started in GRPA in 2012, and then I've been getting more active every year. Met TJ through the years, and so that helped. He kind of helps me get in on everything. And so every year it's been something more and more, and then we have made such a good team. So it's been a great experience. We got to come down and help, with the vendors and picking out spots. So it's been really fun, and we work so well together. So it's been great.
That's amazing. Yeah, I can sense once we started like getting ready for this live stream, like there was like a fun energy between you. I'm like, I want to be like them.
Yes, it's totally fun.
Yeah, so this is actually, fun fact, my very first GRPA conference. So, tell me a little about it. Like, what would you tell first time attendee about the conference, like how to take the best out of it? Like, what are some tips?
So I would say first of all, our conference here, we have a superior product. We offer 4 days of superior education, over 60 sessions, and we have a lot of networking opportunities. We really like to honor our memberships and what our agencies are doing throughout the state. What I try to do is just let people know that the reality is all of our attendees are experts. You're an expert in your field. You're an expert in what you do day to day. So share those opportunities with others, and then take the opportunity to learn from the other experts. It's about networking.
Yeah.
I think it all starts with a smile. It all starts with, hi, my name is, and then you could easily develop lifelong professional and friendships that you'll use throughout the decades to serve your communities better.
I love that. I love that you said that, like, experts, because some of us come into this like pretty intimidated, like, oh, like I don't have this many amount of years in my back pocket Like, I've been full time with Parks and Rec. I'm going to make 2 years in December. So, I'm still pretty much a rookie, a newbie. But like you said, what I know is like my expert level of skills that maybe someone else doesn't have. So Danielle, if you don't mind sharing like some tips for first time attendees as well.
I get so excited because I know from when I started till now how everything has changed, and I love seeing everybody so excited. And honestly, what we stress to people, that is my favorite thing, that GRPA is more than just an organization, like it's a family.
Yeah.
So I know like the people that I've met, if I need information or need help or anything like that, I'm able to just call them. We have all these group me's set up, and we have so much information. So like TJ said, with the networking, it's so fun to be able to meet different people, but also gain ideas. And so I get so much out of it still, because there's always something to learn and take back with us. And so I tell everybody that I've met, like, hey, what do y'all do? Like, tips. And it's so helpful, because some things that I'm not going to think of, other people do, and they love it. Like, it's everybody supporting everybody, and you don't get that everywhere. And I'm a big like girl power, women supporting women. They know this, because the athletic field is very hard for women. So it's fun when you're able to find these connections and help you, and they stand by you. So it's just great for people to meet people and take it in, ask questions. So it's great.
Yeah, like you said, we're always going to be learning something.
Yes.
Like you're never going to be like at that know-it-all stage, because we don't know it all. We're not perfect. You know? Yeah. So I wanted to ask you guys, like, how did you get into the Parks and Rec field? Like, did you know this is what you wanted to do when you were younger, when you were in school and all of that?
You want to go first?
So sure. I think I did know. I was about 12 years old. I used to, we had family friends who owned a camp resort out of state every summer. Since 7th grade, I would go there and work throughout the summer. Maintenance during the day, recreation programming at night, hay rides, showing movies, those types of things. So I absolutely knew that's what I wanted to do. I pursued that in college with a Parks and Grounds Operation and Management degree, and then started in maintenance. And that's where my background is in maintenance. And then as I moved to Georgia, it's just been, an honor and a pleasure to serve citizens with Spalding County, is where I work now. And I think in the Parks and Rec field, from a very early age, you're either hanging out with your parents that are working at the park, or you're going to the parks. I was actually in Chicago, where I was raised, and you could walk to dozens of parks from your house.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned times, you go to the park all day, come home when the streetlights come on.
Exactly.
And I think that's where it starts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, my story is a little bit different. My first job is actually at the rec department I work at currently. So I was 15 years old, and I played sports. My brother worked there. And so it was just a fun atmosphere. I started in the concession stand, scorekeeping, and honestly just fell in love. And I made my way back. And it's so fun to be around the different things, and the community that I'm in is smaller, but it's so fun bringing everybody together. And now, how awesome is it for me that like my kids are able to grow up at the park, and it's just awesome to see firsthand that they get to see what we do every day, and they think, this is the coolest job ever. And that's what I want them to think.
Absolutely.
It's so fun. So
yeah, like every day it's like a different task, and it's fun way. And I love that your first job is the same place that you're currently at, because I have the same experience. My first job was a summer camp counselor, at a cultural affairs center with Parks and Rec in Cobb County. So like you said, I fell in love with the community. I fell in love with how, it felt like a family. So with that, I'm going to go play a video, and I would love to pick your brains about it.
Every career is a choice, but few careers let you touch lives. Not once in a while, but every single day. Step into a park on a Saturday morning. You'll hear children laughing on the soccer field, families gathering for a picnic, seniors walking the trails, finding health and friendship. And behind every smile, every memory, is a Parks and Rec professional. We don't just mow fields, we grow confidence in young athletes. We don't just build playgrounds, we create safe spaces where childhood thrives. We don't just plan events, we design moments that anchor generations. Think of the coach who teaches patience, the director who champions equity, the staff member who sees potential in a child no one else believed in. Every day, Parks and Rec professionals shape character, preserve beauty, and strengthen community. And the path isn't easy. Budgets are tight, resources stretched thin, but the reward, unmatched. Because what you give comes back in legacy, in healthier communities, in lives forever changed. So why dedicate your life to Parks and Recreation? Because here, your work never ends. It lives on, in laughter echoing across playgrounds, in green spaces preserved for the next century, in the young professionals rising to lead tomorrow. This is not just a career, it's a calling, it's a legacy, it's Parks and Recreation. A message from the Parks and Rec community.
All right. So what are your thoughts on this video? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why? Why not?
I 100% agree, because what I like to call it is Parks and Rec is your social equity of the community. It is the quality of life. It's where kids learn how to handle disputes when there's 6 or 7 of them arguing at the ball field, and they determine, hey, it's a game, and this is the goal, is to have a good time and learn how to work through these. It's where people get physically fit. It's where my mother-in-law is going swimming now, so she can swim every day. She's 85 and she wants to stay fit.
Yeah.
And it's really, when you look at even things with economic growth, it's why people select communities. Can their children have a place to play? Do they have community centers? If you're going to bring in a workforce, are they going to have that quality of life? So I 100% agree.
Honestly, it excites me to see those videos because we tell everybody we're not here for just the athletics. We're here for the community events, the programs. We have something in the recreation world for everyone, not just, people think, oh, you're just doing sports. No, we want to, do something for everybody, from babies to, all the way up to our seniors that we have, and offer something. And we tell our coaches, and I say it every time, and they know how I feel about it, but when you go into these things for these coaches and volunteers, this could be like the best hour of that child's day. We don't know what goes on at home. And so we need to focus on the kids that don't have somebody at home that's able to work on the sports and building something and helping them. We need to focus on the kids that don't have that. And so really spending time with them. And like I said, we don't know what's going through. We have so many people now where grandparents are raising the kids. Like, let's help them. Let's give them resources. And so I just think it means so much to so many people.
Yeah, I think what you said was very impactful. Like you said, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And then a great thing about Parks and Rec is we make it accessible. We make it affordable. We are very inclusive with everything. Like, we have TRS, which is therapeutic services for people with disabilities. Like, there's people who don't know that. Like, Parks and Rec is more than just a playground. It's more than just like your typical baseball field. We have more to offer. So if you were to encounter a group of college students who are considering enter the Parks and Rec field, like, what is some advice you would tell them, or what would you tell them, basically?
I would recommend it, of course, and I would say it's a way of life. It's just not a career. It's where you could take, as you're raising your kids, they could be the first one down the slide of the new playground. It's where you could be with them when they're doing their sports, or you're taking them to the community center, or you're teaching them how to skate or go to the skate park. It's definitely a part of family. And I think you really need to look at that quality of life And that, my daughter was always with us. Her kids are with us now, my grandkids. So yeah, it's just something that that when you go to work every day and you could see not only what you've built, but you could also see, your community being raised. You can see your community being a community. It's what I tell everybody. If you want to see what our community looks like, go out to our skate park.
Yeah.
Go out to the playground. Go to our swimming pools. You're going to see what the community is about, and you're going to see how they interact. And there's absolutely no boundaries when you're in a park.
And just going off what TJ said, honestly, and we all know this because we've been around, it isn't for everybody, and that's okay. But if they want to try it. If you fail, you fail. We do that every day. I make mistakes daily. And if they decide, hey, this isn't, because it's hard. We deal not only with kids, we deal with parents, grandparents. So we deal with more than an actual school would handle. And so it isn't for everybody, but that's okay. But if it's something, there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have TJ does so much with the public work side and maintenance side. And, I see a lot of the athletics and programs, but there's so many different opportunities that they could, really help their community and see what they need. And so that's really, find what they need in your community and what you can do. And people want to hear those things. So I think, go for it.
Yeah.
And I like to add too, because we do go speak at colleges around the state, and I do come from the facility and maintenance side, but it's just not recreators. It's just not programmers. We have engineers in our departments. We have architects. We have a graphics division. We have equipment operators. There's maintenance. There's construction. And then there's everything on the recreation side.
Yeah.
So you just don't have to be a Parks and Rec person to go ahead and really make a good living, raise your family, and have a career, because there's just so much other stuff that, we're building cities basically throughout the community. So we're very diversified when it comes to careers, and it's just not, it's just not recreation.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for your time, for speaking with me. I hope you guys are enjoying conference so far, and I look forward to running into y'all throughout the week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
Are you a vendor, brand, or service provider ready to connect with the heartbeat of local communities? At DPRS MediaCo, we tell the stories shaping parks and recreation across America. Through podcasts, live streams, videos, and newsletters, we reach frontline leaders, city directors, and decision makers every single week. From youth sports and facilities to programming and policy, our audience is your audience. Sponsoring or partnering with DPRS MediaCo puts your brand in front of the professionals who build, budget, and buy for their communities. Launching a new product, growing your presence in public spaces, targeting cities, counties, or departments, DPRS is your trusted media partner. Whether you're in software, turf, aquatics, robotics, smart cities, or special events, partnering with DPRS puts your brand in the story. With commercials, interviews, social campaigns, newsletters, and live shows, we're your media team. Partner with us and grow your impact in the $200 billion parks and rec industry. DPRS MediaCo, stories that move parks and rec forward. Your audience is here. Let's meet them.